Hello, everyone. The market started off pretty strong, I thought, on Thursday. Thought we had the potential to have a pretty nice follow through, but I guess not. The good news is that we held the early intraday support levels through the rest of the session, and in the final 5 minutes, we got that kind of move that I've been wanting to see. And let's see if I can bring it up here. This is going to look the best from here. But as you can see on the NASDAQ 100, let's get it up close. You can see the big surge in the final end of the day. Well, this is what I want to see. I want to see more of this. So the NASDAQ was good. The NASDAQ 100 was good. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was good, especially good. The S&P 500, very impressive. If it ever pulls it up, very, very nice. But most impressive to end the day was the Russell 2000. Big, 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 big move. This is what I've been looking for. This is what I've been waiting for. I wish I could have seen this index trend higher and then that happened. And that would have been following probably an overall uptrend in an index. So ideally what I'm looking for is what you're seeing right here on the Russell 2000 to close it off, and then what you're seeing here in the Dow Jones Transportation Average. Whoops, let's do DJT. So you see with the Dow Jones Transportation Average, you can see early rip higher, held those levels quite nicely, and then trended higher all session long, leading to a surge at the end of the day. But instead of just seeing that surge, next time let's try to see if we can see the market move like the Dow Jones Transportation Average, but end like the Russell 2000. Overall, pretty good. Volume was lower on all of the indexes and basically flat on the S&P 500. So pretty much a do-nothing day. But following the gains from yesterday, this is an excellent follow through. We didn't give it back immediately, and on top of that, we got a lot of good moves, but at the same time, not everything moved higher. I do have one end of day sell signal, CSV. It's closing below the 50-day moving average after we've held it for at least a month without it producing any gains on heavier volume in red bop, so that is a full sell. I was fully cut out of this stock actually 2 days ago on the 9th, so CSV is gone. And TZA is closing below that 945 final intraday sell stop level, which was the low a day back here in April. So TZA is a full sell on an end of day basis. I got fully stopped out of everything yesterday. So that's it. And then by the time the end of the day came, CRTO was not a sell, but I was actually quite surprised because obviously this thing's up high. Here's my first sell stop level, 45.71, and here's my final one, thank goodness, 43.87, because this dang thing got 44. So would I have been cut out if I would have used this low a day? 44.01. So if I wouldn't have used the low, 43.87, and if I would have used what in hindsight would have been probably what I would have used, I would have been knocked out of the entire position by a penny. Instead, I still have half my position, but man, I got clipped out thanks to this sell stop level. You can be sure that I didn't think this stock would do that. So the fact that it did it, pretty crazy. So that half is left with a tiny gain, and now what I'm doing is moving up the final sell stop from that level, 43.87, to actually 44. So 44 is now my new 44, excuse me, is my new final sell stop on CRTO. That was my only really poorly acting stock today. CSV and TZA are pretty cut and dry about how crappy they are. Okay, halftime is probably running down during the NBA game, so let's go to the new long positions. The highest quality one overall, I guess, is LHCG. I say that because it didn't go out near the high of the day or actually anywhere near close it, but it's a pocket pivot point signal. Love the surge in volume, love the surge in BOP today. It looks really good going back to December, and even a longer term chart just, looks bullish overall. So LHCG is at 2.5% of the account capital long position. I obviously do not have that. So what I'm doing tonight is I'm splitting up my money amongst all these new long positions. So all four that you're about to see, they're going to get equal amount of weight because it's not even 1% of my account capital that I can put in any of these, and I'm not a big fan of trying to pick the right one because God knows since 2009 or 2008 really I can't do that anymore, so we're going to have to spread it out. So LHCG is one of the higher quality ones, and then Bona, B-O-N-A, this is a CanSlim quality stock, and this would have been a speculative position if it would have been under $10, but there's a huge earnings and sales growth, and estimates for 2015 and 16 are very huge also. But the problem is that I don't see any mutual fund ownership, so what do they see that I don't see? if this company, with the kind of growth that you can see on MarketSmith, to not see any mutual fund growth over the past 8 quarters just makes you wonder, well, what's up with this one? What do they see? So I don't want to dig that far into research. I'm just a price guy, and price says it wants to rip higher. So BONA is a new long position, 2.5%. BONA was confirmed in the new high scan and the price volume BOP scan, and I think it was also confirmed in the BOP for 20 days being green scan. So that's multiple confirmations. So, 2.5% cancel in. If it was under 10 and it had all those confirmations, I would probably even increase it to 2%. But as it is, it's 2.5. And then once again, LXFT is giving another add signal, another pocket pivot point buy signal with a surge in volume and BOP. This is a very nice looking chart overall, longer term and up close. You can see it's looking good. It closed higher than where it opened. Stock looks very, very, very good, and if the market continues higher, I would expect this stock to do very well because it keeps giving us new long signals. So as long as that's happening, that's a good sign. And then also a speculative long signal in RDN. RDN is producing back-to-back pocket pivot point signals with BOP increasing even before that signal. So very nice to then see BOP surge to green today on very heavy volume. This is also above $10, but it's not a canceling quality stock, so it's a speculative long position. It's breaking out of a base on base pattern. So it's also, you call it an ascending base. I don't care. All of this is to the arts, to the eye of the beholder. It can be whatever in the hell you see. I don't care. So it's breaking out of a base on base pattern as far as I'm concerned. Pocket pivot point signal volume surge. 1% of the account capital